Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today. Yeah, the King of fucking Lightning is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 95 review. This week's episode. Yo, I need this napkin. Why is that? Because niggas started sweating. Oh, it was crazy, man. Dude, Morel, he's face off against Gon. Obviously, this like the later part of the episode, and I'll get to the earlier stuff later. I'll get to the... I like that a lot. I'll get to the earlier stuff later. Either way, he's face off against Gon. You know, just to test him out, see if he's actually ready. I mean, even though because Knuckle already knows that, yeah, like he's in. Is that he's testing Gon's resolve. He's testing if Gon's actually ready. And the thing about it was that Morel powers up. And mind you, Morel's actually a very good hunter. He is he's not Chairman Netero status, but he is like a high caliber hunter. Is he triple star? I forget. Either way. What happens? He powers up. And he pulls like a Triple H power up. Like, where's your sledgehammer? It's all about the game and how you play it. It's like, bro. Like, muscles everywhere. Like, he's built like a Greek god. And with sunglasses, alright? Just go with it. Fuck it. And then go. Little 12-year-old kid. He closes his eyes. He remembers what happened between Neferpitou and Kite. He gives Morel the stare. Like he's on some Uchiha despair shit. His face is shaded over. His eyes are deep and dark. And he's just giving the stare. Like, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to rape your family. Like that kind of stare. If that stare exists. And then Morel flinches. And this to me I thought was beautiful. In a weird way. The way he flinched. I watched this part over and over again. Like just that flinch. Just like he got punched in the gut, like he got punched in the gut. And then all of a sudden, dude started sweating, knuckles sweating, shoots sweating, nerves sweating, just sweat everywhere. Like, well, hold on, wait a time out. And then, Gon FREECS, living up to the name, Freaks, cause he's a freak. SAISHO again. Done. He just got SAISHO again. And the power up was on some like mock DBZ shit. I mean, that may be a strip, but still, it was nasty. The tiles on the roof start to shake. The trees are blowing in the wind. The ground underneath Gon starts to crack and divot. And then just the shading over Gon's entire body. Like the power up. Like it was an immense amount of Nen being released at one point in time. And it was insane. And Gon FREECS. Like Killer walks over to Gon. And Gon's like, and then you can just hear him breathing hard. Like he just ran a 3 mile or some shit. And then he's like, oh, I apologize. I was really gonna kill you. Gon FREECS. And mind you, he's a 12-year-old kid in the future. Oh, good lord. If he gets that angry in the future, devastating. Absolutely devastating. Wow, bro. I mean, remember, like, we've always seen Killer was like angry or like assassin face, okay? Now we see Gon's, quote unquote, angry eyes. Huge difference. Massive. It's not even funny. With Killer, you're like, oh shit, like he's gonna kill you. With Gon, you're like, oh shit, everybody run. Get the fuck away from this kid. He's gonna kill everybody. SAISHO! Fuck! That was awesome. I love it. That was nasty. So that part to me was the best part of the entire episode by leaps and bounds. The other stuff in the episode I thought was actually pretty good. When we see Kite, and he comes out of the Hotel Rafarshi or something of that nature, shoots ability, and we learn about that, how apparently the more damage he can deal, that he can take certain parts of a person's body and trap them inside this cage. And that's happened to Killua in the past. But the thing about it was that they had to deal some damage to Kite, so they can trap Kite inside that cage. And we see Kite's body, alright? And Kite, he can't use Nen, but he's being controlled. And there's a huge hint about Kite's situation, but I can't really, like, reveal it because... I mean, there's a huge hint in the episode itself. And I'm not going to give it away because I know that, like, the manga readers of Hunter x Hunter, like, they know. Like, when they saw the whole thing with the, I was like, I really want to... Because I know it. It's just that I'm not going to really... Basically, here's the thing, alright? The main goal right now is to beat Neferpitou for at least Gon and Killua, alright? And we see the matchups, quote-unquote, at the end. Like, what's the plan is. Because we get a call, and the hints are actually around that same time frame, but I'll leave it at that, about Kite's current situation. But basically, the thing about it is that they get a text from Netero. And he texts Nove. Nove gives the phone to Morel, and apparently Palm is like stalking her master. I mean, she's doing shit. Okay, she's Palm, and crazy bitch. Basically, the thing about it is that the text says, okay, so we need 3 groups, and then separate the royal guard from the king. I'll handle the rest. So yeah, apparently the way it is now is that it's gonna be Knuckle and Shoot against Monta the Yuppie. It's gonna be Gon and Killua versus Neferpitou, and it's going to be Morel and Nove against Show a Poof. Oh my god, that's one hell of a name, Show a Poof. And then the king, Miriam, is gonna be confronted by apparently Netero. Yeah, so apparently Chairman Netero, he's ready to go. He's ready to fly. He's ready to do his thing. But remember, when we see, like, the last time we physically saw him in the episodes, he said, I'm going to go contact an old friend. Now, we don't know what he's going to do. We have no idea. But he is, apparently he's coming prepared. Apparently he is on the move. And we may see him get some more allies to assist them in their time of need, because the main goal here is to separate the royal guard from the king, and that's no easy task. Why? Because we saw what one royal guard can do, and there's 2 more, and to separate those 3 from the king, when they're very faithful to their king, is going to be a very hard task to do. Now, but that was also fairly, in my opinion, I thought it was actually very nice. That whole part there. But at the beginning, backpedaling, when we see Gon confront Kite, and like the music playing, and the music for Hunter x Hunter, the anime, is like a lot of remods of the endings and openings. Why is that? Like, has anyone else noticed that? Like, it's a lot of remods, remakes, remixes of the endings and openings of the actual series, and I'm thinking, like, I'm not saying all of them are, but in general, that's what they appear to be. Just a lot of remakes of the ending and opening. Instrumental remixes, and... I mean, a budget issue? I don't really... No, I can't really say that, because when you look at the animation's on point. Fabulous, as always. Like, seriously. It's, like, at the beginning, where we saw G2 against... Chi2 against fucking that Japanese pronunciation is getting to me, man. I watch too much anime. My god. When we see Chi2 and he's basically facing off against Morel and Knuckle, and then that one part where they actually where Morel assists Knuckle, he actually punches him and he gets the APR attached to Chi2, and we see Chi2 actually run away. That animation was on point. I was on point, fabulous. So, I can't really say it's a budget issue. It's just that I've noticed that a lot. Like, there's a lot of remakes of openings and endings in the soundtrack, in the OST. But, either way, Gon, that actually was a very nice transition. Because if you remember, I'll show you a picture right here. This was Gon's face when he still had hope for the situation at hand. And then when we see in the episode, we see the face he had when he was faced off against Morel. It's that transition. It's like that again. Like it's that whole Naruto Sasuke paradigm. I mean, and I know a lot of people say that Naruto copied shit off of Hunter x Hunter. Well, one day I'll do a video on that because I kind of believe that. Either way, the thing about it is that we see the transition between the hope he had at the beginning to the despair, all in one scene, where he finally sees Kite. And then we see the sadness, and then at the same time, the anger. And when he was getting hit, because he didn't know what to do. Because he had so much faith and so much hope in the situation, and when he sees Kite, it's almost as if like all that hope was just ripped away from him. And then it was a transition only to despair. And he's like, I gotta kill Nerapidu. I gotta kill this bitch. I gotta destroy her. I gotta obliterate her. So that was a very good transition. That to me, I liked a lot. So the episode overall, I mean, I'm trying to think of any negatives, and I can't really think of any negatives, to be honest. I mean, I would like to see more. I mean, kind of. I mean, it's not really a negative, but a personal thing. I would have liked to see a little bit more of G2, Knuckle, and Morel and their little combat scheme, but it was fine as it is, to be honest. There are really no negatives I can think of. I can't think of any negatives. Yeah, I really can't. I mean, the whole time skip thing, because like a few weeks passed. That to me, I thought was a good move because they got all stuff out of the way. Kyle was already there, and the only thing left was for them to wait for Gon's Nen to come back, and they just skipped that. So that was a good move. So there are really no negatives overall. So the rating I'm gonna give it. I thought it was a great episode of Hunter x Hunter. I liked it a lot from beginning to end, and especially the power up. Now they're going to the East Gortuo Kingdom because that's where the king is, obviously. So I'll leave it at that. Because in my opinion, pacing as usual, pretty damn good. Animation on point, as I said before. Story progression as usual, pretty damn good. And I just overall loved it because the freaking power up, because the transition between the hope and the despair. So overall, I'll give it a great. So I'm done. King of Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and great plus. Yeah, add that plus. Oh yeah, fuck that plus. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.